Shella Elite family, today's tea is hot. Everybody's out here feeling sorry for Claressa Shields over her MVP ban, but nobody's talking about what actually happened. Because once you know the full story, you'll realize Claressa walked her own self over to Alicia Bumgardner herself. And who was standing right behind her the whole time? Papoose. So let's pour this tea properly.
At the MVP event, and you walked over there to Alicia Bumgardner. Everybody keeps saying Alicia Bumgardner told her she'll beat her up right now. But y'all not talking about how Claressa took her happy-go-lucky, Billy Goat-looking ass over there to that girl. The girl wouldn't even say nothing to her if she wouldn't have made her way over there to where Bumgardner was. So all this, you contributed to the boxing sport. You participated. You were an asset to that sport. Girl, you walked over there to Bumgardner. You and her wouldn't have got into words if you would have just stayed where the fuck you was. But you was so mad about what her opinion was about you around here parading around with a married man. You call yourself trying to step to that lady. You call yourself trying to step to her because she talked about some truth. And you was like, oh, mind your business. Don't worry about my relationship. Girl, you're not in a relationship. You in a sticky situation with a married man.
Let's start with this whole victim narrative. Claressa's out here trying to play the victim, but the truth is she walked over to Alicia herself. If she had just stayed in her own lane, none of this would have happened. It's simple. Whoever walks up to confront someone is the one who started it. And that was Claressa marching her Billy Goat-looking self right over to where Alicia was standing.
Planning to have a bastard child next year from a married man that's still not divorced. So how you going to be pissed off? And then, oh my God, what's his name? Lil Duval? Lil Duval, shut the fuck up. You don't even know what the fuck you talking about. Lil Duval going to talk about something. Oh, how you going to tell that girl that you going to fight her right now? But then when she slapped you, call the police. First of all, she didn't slap her. She slapped her arm. So that means her aim ain't really good. I see why they call her T-Rex, because her reach ain't good. But at the end of the day, yeah, Claressa Shields walked over there to her. You was the problem, Claressa. I don't care how you try to dress it up, how you try to say it, how you try to break it down. You walked over there to Alicia Bumgardner. If you would have never walked over there to her, that situation would have never happened. You came over there like a bully. You was a bully. You was banned because you was a bully. And right now, you don't like the fact that everybody riding you all over the internet because you banned. So you feel like if you just tell your side of the story and you write this letter professionally, how you were attacked. No, you wasn't attacked.
Now let's talk about that famous slap. But Alicia slapped Claressa, but her aim was so off that people short arms, weak reach. But here's the funny part. Claressa started the whole confrontation in the first place. She told Alicia, a grown woman, to shut up like she was her parent. Disrespecting a grown woman like that? Completely out of line.
The person that walks over to the person is the initiator. You initiated the whole situation when you walked over there to Alicia Bumgardner to question her about you and Papoose and to tell that lady to shut up. She's a grown woman. First of all, you was very disrespectful. You was very disrespectful, and whatever energy Bumgardner gave you, you deserved. Because you was telling a grown woman to shut up. And you was telling her you hate that she talk. You was telling her all the things like you was her parent. And you not her parent. So that's why I say, when these people be posting Claressa to have her back, they really need to evaluate the situation. Because that was really jacked up. That event was for professionals to come and watch other athletes gain win their championships. And you come there with some old ratchet, ghetto, I'm taking up for my man type energy. And Pap was in on it. Because Papoose could have stopped you. He could have been that reasonable person in your ear before you walked over there. He knew why you was walking over there to that girl. Everybody was like, oh, Papoose can't control her. No, Papoose did not want to control her. Papoose heard what she said about them. And Papoose wanted Claressa to check Alicia Bumgardner. The quietest person is the sneakiest person. The reason why he ain't saying much, because he's an instigator. He could have stopped that before Claressa even walked over there. But he walked over there with her. That's how I know you in on it. And then you sitting around here, you got all these blogs reposting you, talking about how much of an asset and what you gave to the boxing community and all that. Yeah, but you also gave drama and you also gave unprofessionalism too.
This event was for professional athletes, a place to celebrate championships. But Claressa showed up bringing her, I'm defending my man energy instead. That kind of ratchet behavior doesn't belong on a professional stage. If you're a heavyweight champion, you should know how to control your public image, not go starting random confrontations.
You're very unprofessional and you really need to sit this one out. I'm glad they banned you because you need to sit this one out until you learn humility. Everybody tell me something, yeah, but Alicia said she'll fight you right now. Yeah, but she wouldn't have said that if you wouldn't have walked over to her. All that could have been prevented if you never walked over there to that young lady. You went over there to check her. So even if she didn't jaw jab back, even if she didn't get slicked back, you still went over there to check her. So that means you went over there to be problematic. You went over there to start trouble. Like you in elementary, middle school, high school. You was a grown-ass woman fighting over a married man. You a grown woman fighting over a married man. I don't care how many letters you write and you post on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Girl, you initiated when you walked over there to Alicia Bumgardner. Because you was mad of the video that she stated that your Billy Goat looking ass is parading around with a married man. And she said that you are a heavyweight champion and she was giving you credit. Like, why would somebody of your stature? This is what she said in the video. Why would somebody of your stature, your success, mess that up by parading around with a married man? And it's the truth.
Now here's where the real twist comes in. Papoose was standing there quietly the whole time, but silence isn't always innocence. Sometimes silence is the most calculated thing in the room. Papoose could have easily stopped Claressa. He didn't. Why? Because Alicia had spoken some truth about their relationship, and Papoose wanted Claressa to go get his revenge for him. The quiet ones are sometimes the sneakiest ones.
It's the truth. And you got mad because she spit the truth. So you saw her at the MVP event and you decided to walk over to her to check her. You walked over there to check her. And it ain't work out in your favor because Alicia played up under your skin when she said, girl, I'll fight you right now. That's just talk. You an athlete, a professional athlete. You got to deal with the public. You know they tell you ignore certain things so it don't ignite you and get you out of your body and have an out-of-body experience. Girl, you let Alicia Bumgardner play chess while you was playing checkers and she trumped your ass. She what it is, checkmate your ass out of fighting in the boxing arena. You said you had a fight coming up August. You ain't think about that fight before you stepped to Alicia? It don't matter what you say at this point. Who walked over to who is the question. The real question is, who walked over to who? And we'll see who started the controversy. Because you could have caught her at another day. You could have even lost that weight that she required you to lose to get to 147 pounds, and she go from 130 all the way up to 140, and you could have took it out with her in the ring. Since you say she's so little and she's so easy to beat, and she this and she that, you saying all this stuff, but at the end of the day, girl, who walked over to who? Who initiated the big argument for the slap to take place? You did. So who's the problem? You. MVP made a great decision to ban you from all MVP events until further notice because you walked over to Alicia Bumgardner. Alicia Bumgardner would have never had the chance to say, I'll fight you right now, if you would have never walked up to her. If you would have never walked up to her to check her, that would have never happened. Claressa, sit your whole entire ass down. It's nothing that you can type, write, speak upon to let us feel sorry for your behavior, because you are a professional athlete that should have avoided that tension. And you make me feel like Papoose put a battery in your back because Papoose walked over there with you. Papoose is an instigator. He initiated the whole thing because he could have easily told you don't go over there. Baby, it ain't worth it. But because he was being talked about too, he was right behind you because he wanted you to check her.
And now the spiciest part. Alicia played chess. Claressa played checkers. Alicia was smart enough to provoke Claressa in a way that got her banned right before her August fight. Claressa forgot her weight cut discipline, forgot her focus, and put her entire career on the line all over a married man. MVP's ban was completely justified because whoever initiates the confrontation is the one who deals with the consequences. So Shella Elite family, that's today's full cup of tea, no sugar added. Let me know in the comments, was Claressa really a victim, or did she create her own problem? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. And if you're not a part of the family yet, go ahead and subscribe. Catch you in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Peace out.